Hello guys. Okay, so in this video we're going to be repairing, or hopefully going to be repairing, a Kia Ceed. Now I'll show you what the problem is. So this Kia Ceed, I believe is a 2010. When you turn the steering wheel, I'm not sure you can hear that. Yes, there's like a lumpy sound in the steering wheel. Now these cars are renowned for having a rubber or hard plastic cog go in the steering column, but you've got to remove the steering column. So first port of call is disconnect the battery, or the negative of the battery, because you have to disconnect the airbag. So I'm going to disconnect the battery, I'm going to leave it for half an hour, and I'm going to see you in half an hour, and we'll carry on. Okay, so whilst I'm waiting for the give it half an hour, give or take, because of the airbags, I'm going to start disassembling all the plastics. And basically you need to remove this side cover from here. Okay. Then you need to remove these two Phillips screws because you want to get access to this panel. And then we need to remove this steering cover as well, so you have to turn the steering wheel, so I won't do that now. Turn the steering wheel to the other side as well. Okay, so I've had to put you down because I can't work with one hand. So basically I've removed the screws from the side. I'm going to remove this screw from here, if I can get to it. Yep. Okay, so let's get some tools. Okay, so for the OBD, you just need to press these tabs on the side and it comes straight out. Okay, so that bit's done. The next bit is undoing the steering column, well, the steering column cover. Okay, so keep taking this off. I'll tell you what, I'm in a really noisy environment because of the recycling place across the road, and this car's really well insulated. You can barely hear a thing, it's so quiet. Okay, so nothing there, nothing there. Just want to pull this down gently, take the key out. Always put the key in your pocket, even though the battery's disconnected, just in case the car locks. Pop that off gently. Take the bottom one off. I'm going to move the seat back so I can't see. That's better. I think there's another screw holding it somewhere. Ah, there's a screw hole, but no screw. Let's have a look. Might be just the ignition. Yep, that's it. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so let's lower that. Right, so let's find where the steering box is. Yes, these normally have like a cylindrical container, if you like. And I haven't got it on me, but it holds like a little cogwheel, and it's normally to the back of the steering column. So what we're going to have to do is disconnect the steering, especially the airbag, disconnect the airbag, and then Yeah, so what we're going to have to do is disconnect the airbag, disconnect the unbolt the steering column, drop the steering column, because I can't actually see it, but it's going to be in the back there somewhere. Yes, it looks like the airbag switch has been broken. Oh, so annoying. At some point, I think. Oh no, it hasn't. Okay. Well, let's see. No, it's okay. It's always broken actually. Okay, so airbag is disconnected. Disconnect everything from there just to be sure. Okay. Okay, so that's disconnected. So now the next protocol would be to either remove this frame. Yeah, it's right at the back. Either remove the frame or lower the steering column. I think I'm going to undo these 13s and just lower the steering column. It's going to be easier. So. Yeah, there's actually 12s, not 13s. Okay, but just pay attention on the second one because the steering column will fall and hit you in the face if you're not careful. Okay. Okay, so when you're lowering this, make sure you're not snagging any wires because you can rip some wires quite easily with the weight of the steering column. Make sure there's nothing there. It's going to damage it. Okay, so let's have a look. I need my torch. That's right. Okay, so I think I might take this bracket off as well, just to give us more space. It's essentially on the right of the steering. I'm not sure you can see that right on the steering column. So I'm not sure if you can see that, but what you're looking at is basically, that's your steering column, and that's that cylindrical shape there, the housing. You've got to get to there. And inside there, there's one of these little cogs, which you need to change, more than likely. But to get to that, you need to, I think, maybe take this bracket off for definite, to get more access, and take this fuse box. It's only 10mm. And then I can get my hand in properly. I think the steering column's got to come out unless I can get this off and get my hands in there. We'll try that first, just for the sake of ease. Problem is the door's open, I'm getting soaking wet. So let's try. No. Right, let's see how much play we've got. So I might, let's have a look. No, it's not enough space. I can disconnect all these, but I'm not really keen on doing that. Even though they all go in one way, to be fair, but Just in case you're wondering why I'm not using these. Just in case you're wondering why I'm struggling so much, I'm not using these all the time, is because these are excellent, honest to God, for electrical connections. But if you look at these really carefully, you see that? They've got really sharp like teeth on them. So if you can't see clearly what you're doing, be very careful, because what will happen is you'll grip something by mistake, the clip, you'll miss the edge. You'll catch a wire and you'll rip a wire off straight away, or you'll undo the sheathing of the wire and then you can cause a short. Which is why I've been really careful. If you haven't got a clear line of sight, don't use these, and be very careful with them. As good as they are, they're fantastic. You've got to be really careful with them as well, because you can do a lot of damage. Which is why I'm struggling, I'm taking my time with it, essentially, taking these connections off, which is right ball ache. Okay, we'll just carry on, we'll get it done like everything else. Let's go. Okay guys, I was taking these connectors off and I was struggling because the wires are just so short, it's mental. So I've had a look at it again. I've actually decided to take the whole steering rack off. I wish I'd done that in the first place. It was so much easier. So all I've done is I've found a bolt at the back that basically goes on the swivel there. A washer fell off, there's a washer on there as well, but so I've taken that off and the whole thing dropped down. Look how much access I've got now, so much easier. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to take off these connectors and that one. Yeah, that one's broken, so it has been taken off at some point, which is very annoying. So we'll take these off. Perfect, look at that. Okay, so we're going to get some Torx bits and we'll take this off. Okay, I'm going to show you what I mean, because it's quite hard to film this and hold the camera at the same time. Okay, so this is what I mean. If you see in there, so that cog is all worn, and the remnants of it are in there as well, so that needs cleaning up, wiping down, a bit of compressed air, take that out, change it, and put it back together again. Okay, so can you see the difference? So that's the new one, obviously, that's the other one. Now the new one is flexible, but it's quite stiff. This one is like a gummy bear, and half it's destroyed for that. See the difference? I believe the owner said it's about 86 pence, I think he said, to fix that. Unbelievable. Okay, so now I'll just move on to cleaning now. Okay guys, so that's it essentially. Well, it's not it's for you, not fit for me though. Yes, I'm just going to put that in place now. and essentially do the reverse of what I've just done. I'm going to have to do with the... I'm going to turn the camera off because I'm going to have to work inside because it's absolutely bouncing down outside and I can't work outside, so I'm going to have to struggle as much as I can to do it inside the car. But basically that's about it. You've seen the hard bit. It's just a reverse of what I've done. Just basically put that back in again, bolt it all back together again. Just be careful of two things when you're doing this job. One, that you don't rip any wires because of the weight of the steering column, and the second one is be careful of your steering stalks as well. So basically be careful of these because they're very delicate, you can hit them on something, and also be careful because of your wire. Make sure you've got plenty of play in all your wires because you can drop something and whatnot. But essentially it's quite difficult because I've got no space. All I'm going to do is, I've cleaned all that, is just put the bush back in again, make sure that sits nicely, close that up, put the the PCB connector box on the side, and then I'm just going to basically rebuild it all and put it all back together again, and that should be it. Okay guys, so I've finished putting this back together again. I've charged the battery on my camera somewhat, so we can just finish off the video. I've buttoned all the car back together again because it was pouring down, then it stopped, and it's pouring down. And now it's as sunny as anything. It's mental weather, honestly God. So I'm going to take the opportunity now and go work on my caddy van. Okay, so I'll show you this quickly. So just going to fire the car up. Now listen to that. Nice and smooth. Isn't that incredible that little cogwheel can cause that noise and not your steering wheel? It's mental. Yeah, so if I had to do it again, what I'll do next time is I really struggle getting that big bolt in at the back. But what I found is when I bolted the steering wheel from the front first, I could then use it as a pivot, and it went straight in. It was dead easy, to be honest with you. Got the connectors in. So now I'm just double checking, obviously, to make sure everything's working. You check the wipers, indicators, lights, everything's working as they should. So that's good, really. So check the fan. Not that the fan's anything to do with it, but we'll just check everything. Yep, everything's fine. That's it, guys. That's another short video. Bear with me with the filming because I've got a lot of work I've got going on. I've got so much work going on at the moment. It's hard to just do a full storytelling video. So I'm filming, I'm in, and I'm out. That's what I've done, and that's what I've sorted essentially. So that is it. Right, I'm going to see you later on the next video.